Hello. How's it going? I know, surprise stream, right? But I missed you guys Saturday, and I really want to finish my Amelia dress sitting here because it's been hanging up. So I thought I would just pop on here and do that because I don't have much left to go on it. And then tomorrow I'm going to cut out the Cali shirt dress, so you can watch me do that. And then Thursday we're going to start sewing it, so that's pretty exciting. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, that works out. So how is the sound and everything? Lighting look okay? Let me check out the tabs here. Cool. Everything looks okay to me here. So, welcome. How are you guys doing? What are you guys working on? Anyone sewing? Did you make anything this weekend? Did you have a good Mother's Day? Tell me all. What did I miss? I had a really nice weekend. Saturday we went to an antique thing with my mom. We do it every year. There were a lot less vendors. It was kind of sad because so many of them lost their stuff in the campfire, and the car show was 3 cars, so most of the cars were gone. But at the end of the day, I think those vendors had a really good show because there wasn't as many vendors, and my mom found a few treasures, so that was really cool. So I was happy about that. It was a little hard for her, but it worked out. So. And then we had treats and yummy food, and it was all really fun. And then Sunday, we all did our own things. So anyway, let's get to sewing my Amelia dress. So I hung it up for a few days, and it didn't stretch as much as it usually did. It didn't stretch at all, which is the first time ever. So I guess I'm just going to be prepared to adjust it later on if I do find some stretching out. So. Here is my dress. Let's see if I can show you. It looks kind of crazy because I left the shoulders open. Zipper's open as well. So here we go. So here's my center front V. I still need to finish the edge of my facing, do my shoulder seams, and hem my sleeves, and then hem the bottom. So not too much. So first we're going to do the shoulders right off the bat, because then I can continue a lot of other things. Stress goes together so quickly. I hope you guys consider making one. Let's see, 1/2 inch seams, right? Can't remember now. That's what it is now. I tried it on. That's what looked good to me. I was setting up the stream like an hour and a half ago, and then I noticed that my Twitch channel was hosting Sharan Sachar's pottery channel, and so I ended up just chatting with him. It was really fun. And then I was like, oh gosh, I gotta go. So I was really glad he was wrapping up because I did not want to leave him, and we were having such a nice little chat. I'm gonna try and line up that seam where the facing meets the neckline right there as best I can. Kind of an untraditional way to do that. Let's see how I did. Ooh, not bad. I wasn't even trying that hard. Okay, so let's see. Remember, I didn't finish any of my seam allowances, and that is because the dress is cut on the bias. It won't fray. But I am top stitching down the seam allowances so that it gives it some added stability and protection from any fraying, but I'm really not worried about it. So I'm just splitting the difference over the seam. This is the shoulder seam. All right. It was really fun to watch the pottery. He was telling me that he had been watching my stream the night before, and that he was actually pretty mesmerized. He doesn't know anything about sewing. And I was feeling the same way watching him do pottery because I just love his mugs. And it's just fun to like own something of his and then see him making it. That's pretty cool, you know? All right. So you guys getting all your fabric together? Hello, Olivia. How's it going? I'm just waiting on one more fabric, but I ordered it from Canada, so I may have to rearrange our little schedule. It's for my tea house dress, and do it last. How are you doing? All right, so let's See here, mash that up best I can. The other thing I've been working pretty hard on is my patterns for chicken boots. Okay, see my facings are really uneven, and that is because, if you guys remember, I had sewn my back neck facing onto the dress before I needed to, and then I trimmed the neck seam allowance. And then when I took it out and went back and did it, I had forgotten I'd done that. So now my facing is a little bit off on one side. I still lined it up at the neckline. Wait, let's get all the way to the edge there. Now it's good. But because I'm wrapping it to the inside, it'll actually look fine on the right side. See that? It's like the one place when you're off a little bit, it doesn't show as bad. It's his name, Olivia. It's actually just his name, Sharon Sachar. I have so much trouble saying it. So it's CharanSachar. He has a lot of A's in his name. And I had set up something called hosting on Twitch, which means that, you know, you can, if someone visits my channel and I'm not live and I'm hosting someone, they'll see that person's channel and it'll say so live is hosting whoever. And I set it up for a few people I knew and for automatic hosting, and that's how I found out. I was like, oh, I'm hosting him, how fun. Oh wait, did I just slip off that? Oh wait, I almost slipped off my I know I should have ironed it, but I'm really just doing this kind of quick and dirty style. Forgive me. So yes, I'm busy working on my, okay, that's not good enough, sorry. Let's see, I'll show you what. See, it started slipping to the side there, like that. I don't like that. And so I made 2 project bags. Was it yesterday, I think? Yesterday or the day before? Oh, yesterday, I did that yesterday. I made one on my industrial, I don't remember why I did that one. Oh, I needed it for the photographs for the pattern instructions. And then I made one on my home sewing machine for the first time ever. I was so nervous doing it, I have to admit. I was like, okay, pretty sure this is fine. People make jeans, and I would have sewn this before I had an industrial. But I'm just so used to the industrial and so babied by it, you know. But it went really well. It actually turned out really nice. You can't even tell the difference between the two. The corners were a little hard at the end, but I've got some ideas for that. So it was a good exercise. I'll show you the 2 I made. They turned out really cute. And tomorrow I'll be recording the video already for it. Hello, Eliza. Oh, you got a new sewing table. Oh, and you got your fabric for your Stacia dress. Yay! Not on the floors cutting. Congratulations. That is like the biggest milestone in sewing. I am so dead serious right now. It's the one thing I tell people. What's your favorite tool? I always say my table. Right off the bat, my table. Table is my favorite tool. And when people are like, what's your advice for beginners? I always say, get off of the floor. Get off the dining room table and get a sewing table so that or standing height table so you're not killing your back. You will sew more, you will cut out more, you'll be happier, it'll go faster, you'll be more relaxed, you'll be more accurate, everything. It's just magic. All right, so I have this whole facing edge. Let's see, look, my facing's a little narrow there. And instead of making this as narrow as this, I'm gonna taper it because really I'd rather it not be so narrow. So I'm just gonna taper it a little bit, and I'm going to hem the edge. Let's see, how's this one over here? This is just interfacing, hanging off the edge. I lost a little battle with some spent printer ink cartridges right before on Saturday when we were going to this antique thing. I have a bag of them in my car, and apparently I finally found a place that takes them, which is just basic old Staples, but they would only let me hand them 10 cartridges for some reason. And so I'm waiting for 30 days and then I'll hand them 10. And I learned later it's because they want to give me like credit at the store, and I don't really want credit. I just didn't want to throw them into the dumpster, and I want them to be reused. And so I have this back in my car, and I picked it up for my husband to put his water thing in my center console because it has a really big one. And all of a sudden, I went like this with my glasses, and as I did it, I noticed there was blue ink on my thumb. It was everywhere. Everywhere, you guys. It was on my glasses. It was on my bangs. It was about to pour into my brand new car. I was like... So, I immediately went into the house and washed it all off, but it won't come off my nail. Isn't that funny? So, yeah. Live and learn. All right, so let's see. What was I going to do here? I already did both my top stitching. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to sew along. So I really would like, when my zipper is zipped up, that it looks like this on the inside. Oh, I need to have my facing first, right? So I couldn't do this. I can sew that like that, right sides together because of the zipper style. Shoop. And then it will do that. But I'm going to hem this. I usually would just overlock this edge of this facing, but because I'm doing this no serger mode, I'm actually just going to fold it up once and hem it. I'm not going to roll hem it because I don't have much. Tomorrow, Eliza, I'm cutting out the Cali shirt dress, and then Thursday I'm sewing it. And I've never sewn that. I've never fit it, so I don't have any advice yet for you on that. Are there? There's no bust starts on that, right? I've never even done a full bust adjustment. That is something that's a little bit new to the pattern world. It's very much in the home sewing world, so I'm just being totally honest. I've never really done it. I am kind of a busty gal. I've even had breast reduction. But I don't have that issue for the most part. Like, I don't have that problem. Probably because I'm not picking out those silhouettes that don't work with my body shape anymore, as far as like the ones that are a little too young for me. You know what I mean? So, but I would think the Cali shirt dress would be a really great option for you, Eliza. It does seem to be like it could work for a wide range of sizes. So that's the center V right there. I did backstitch. This is why I don't backstitch a lot, because I don't really like these threads poking out. I should try a full bust adjustment. I think I would really enjoy the fit of something with one. I know I don't look as busty as that, but I kind of am. I just wear a lot of loose clothing now. Ugh, all this extra interfacing hanging off the edge. How did I miss that? We just trimmed all this. I want it gone. Gone. The front will rise with the big chest. Yeah, I feel you on that, Eliza. That one also has the different length hems, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm going to give it a shot because I can always even it out, right, once I'm done. Because I feel like if I keep the hem the same length front and back on that dress, it'll look like a sleep shirt. So I feel like I got to kind of stick with the original design of that dress. But I think I'll go shorter. Like, I'll go above my knee. I'm cutting out the longest one to give myself options, though. And I'm going to do the popover. I think that's what they call the one with the Johnny collar, with the placket that stops here. Hi, Rachel. We were just talking on Instagram. Oh, no. Right? No. That's a different Rachel. Sorry. Wait, is that you, Rachel? Now I'm totally confused. Oh, yeah. Different Rachel. Yeah. Oh, good night. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I've tried it on and it fits so good. Maybe I'll try and wear it tomorrow. I haven't done the seam ripper yet. Oh, yeah, I have actually missed it. Yeah, so I'll be cutting out the Cali shirt dress sometime tomorrow, and then I'll try and do it earlier in the day than I am right now, so I can get a few more people. And I'll try and give you guys some warning. Sorry, I've just been trying to get some other stuff done, and these surprise streams I kind of enjoy. So, all right, so I've got this little hem here. Let's see how my little idea here, if it's gonna work. I don't want to get too close to my zipper. I just want a clean edge right there because hand sewing. Trying to avoid it. Yeah, just like that. You know? Something like that. Yeah, I'm excited. My Cali shirt dress fabric's right here too. So I'm hoping I have enough to like deal with this like gradation in it, you know? What do you guys think? Do you think that this is the right side? It's going this way, right? The dress is going to be a little pinker than I would really like it to be. I'd much rather it be the purple. But I like pink. I like pink a lot. It looks pretty good on me. And hey, it's not blue, which I pick a lot of on here. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself for getting work done on these pattern for the project bag pattern. Oh, here's my prototypes right here. Look, I made one to match my dress. Isn't that cute? Camera's a little low for the project bag. The divider. And this is the one I made on my home sewing machine. Meow. And then I'm making one more tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these project bags. I don't really need any. But for the video, let's see how this looks. Not bad. A little high up on the side. But nice and clean on the inside, right? Oh, I think I could actually get that a little better. Right? What's going on there? What's going on there? Maybe I should just leave it a little bit loose though. I don't really want to inhibit the zipper. But I don't want a lump on my back, you know? I've never really done that before. And if I get too close, the pole will get kind of hung up on it, you know? All right, I'll look at that in a minute. So let's see, I don't want my facing to flip out to the front, so I'm gonna stitch it down. I'm gonna stitch in the ditch. Straight down the center. I'm gonna make sure that my facing is totally flat for a good few inches on either side right here. Because the last thing I want is to have torque showing. So it's nice and flat like that. Where's my, oh, my new pins. Where's my new pins? Where's my pink? Here we go. These are gonna be better. These hold fabric way better. The quilting pins are just, they're just too big. They just fall out. All right, that's nice and flat. All right, here. I'm gonna pull this apart. See the stitches separated a little bit. So this is stitch in the ditch. There we go. And then it'll hold my little V there down. Because no hand sewing. All right, let's do the shoulder as well. This is the back neck, front neck, shoulder right here. I'm just pinning around it just to kind of make sure that I'm getting it nice and flat so I don't have to like hold all that at the same time. Kind of like that. I found that stitch in the ditch, even if you see it a little bit, you kind of don't see it after a while. You just don't notice it. And if I don't do it a good few stitches, it'll just come out. You can't just do it like 2 or 3. that'll eventually come out. And I've hand sewn it. Sometimes what I'll do also is just go like this, take it, sew it to the seam allowance on the inside like this. I mean, you know, you fold it along the neckline, nicer than that. And then do it like that so that it's loose and free from the dress. It's another way to do it, you know. Just making sure that you don't get any of that torque. Okay. Feels really good. Let's make sure. I don't think that changed anything, so that's probably a good sign. All right, last one. It's really nice when you can stitch in the ditch not near black, because the black sometimes just shows everything when it's not the same thread color, you know what I mean? Hi Carol, how's it going? I know, it's a surprise. I'm doing more of these surprise streams. I figure this one is going to be short enough that if people missed it, they're not going to be too sad. If they want to see the end of this dress and they have to rewatch it, it won't be that long, you know. And tomorrow I'm going to cut out the Cali shirt dress, which is one of the sew-along dresses. And then Thursday we're going to start sewing it. I'm pretty excited about that. So always excited about the sewing part, right? Okay, let's hem the sleeves. And if you'll remember on my other dress, here's the side seam, the underarm, the sleeve. I'm going to hem it and then kind of continue with the stitching because the sleeve, the armhole is basically a slit. See, here's the side of the dress. Waist seam, side seam, armhole is just a slit. There's no curve. Oh, really, Carol? I like florals a lot. But I really like plaids and stripes, too. And it's interesting because I feel like usually when I'm buying fabric, it's always blue. It's blue, it's blue, 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 and white, white, blue, you know. And when I went to buy fabric for the sew-along, I was all about the florals. So I'm not a big fan of how this is looking already kind of ratty right there. See that? Not a fan, not a fan. And I've already stitched down my seam allowance, but look, I feel like I'm already getting a rip right there. May have to maybe I'll reinforce it this time with a little patch or something. Look at that. Do you think that's just from me trying it on today? Was that there last week? How's this one look? Yeah, see, this one's okay. You know. What do I do about that? What do I do about that? You know what I do about that? I have to take apart this and do my side seam a little bigger right there. That's just how it is. That is just how it is. So here you go, Amelia, or Rachel. Here's the seam ripper. Okay, I'm not going to get too close to the waist seam because remember, I'm already sewn the waist seam. So let me show you. I can only get about this close from the waist seam. Here's the waist seam with my machine, right? So I'm not going to go much past right here when I take out the top stitching. This is the best way to fix this because it'll probably need a little doctoring in the future. This is the same one that I'm always splitting my underarms on. I'm an active person. I wave my arms around a lot. I'm sure you guys know that already though. All right. Just taking out a few stitches, almost done. There we go. Get rid of these stitches here. There's that girl. We're about to sew her in the face, and she's not gonna like that. So here's my top stitching right there, so you know I can only get so close to that as well. I'm just gonna taper it in. Okay, get it all set up. Of course it's on this side, but that's okay, I can see it pretty good. Now, the proper way to do this would be to take out this seam as well, which, you know what, I'm actually going to do. I might as well just do it now because I've got it stable here so that I can open it up to do the top stitching again on either side of the seam. You know what I mean? So the other good thing about taking out the seam right now is that then I only have to take it in on the slit side rather than both sides. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay. All right, so here's our side seam. So now I can line this seam up that was already sewn on top of where this needs to go. And then I don't have to take this side in, just the side that the slit's a little too big on. See, like that? Can you say okay? I feel like it's not very crisp for you guys, a little washed out. There's my little rip notch thing there, and I think that solved it. Voila. So let's put our top stitch back in there, and we're back on track. You're saying with the blues? Yeah, exactly. I used to really make some bright choices with my fabric selections, and I really love the bright fabrics, but I like versatility, and I also like my clothes to look like I didn't make them in a way. Like, I don't mean that in a disparaging way against, like, I'm ashamed. It's more that I like showing that, you know, that you can make clothes that look off the rack, or even better, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to start on this side of the side seam and go all the way around the sleeve. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. If I do that, I'm going to do it from this side. I don't really like my bobbin thread showing, but at the same time, it's the underarm and the sleeve hem. So you can see it fine. Awesome, thanks. Thanks for telling me that. Okay, so now I'm going to go all the way around, all with one fell swoop. Sorry, I keep slamming my presser foot down. Oh, which reminds me, I think I fixed the commands, you guys, that I've been telling you about. Oh, this feels weird. I want to start on this side. Can I do this? This is like, it feels like this is left-handed. Eek. Is this left-handed? All right, so you see that? I'm hemming the sleeve. Here's my top stitch. Top stitch isn't in the instructions. It's just my own little thing. Okay, I'm gonna smooth out this juncture right here. Voila. Tuck that little thread in there. Now let's get rid of it. It's already giving me grief. There you go. Plus, you know, regarding fabric choices, we actually have fashion fabrics now at the fabric store. Thank goodness, because it was not always like that. Okay, let's see here. Almost all the way around my left-handed sleeve. Why does this feel left-handed? It's sewing fine, but it feels backwards to me. All right. Voila. Let's see how that looks on the other side. Thanks, Eliza. I'm glad. I love hanging out with you guys. Okay, there we go. There's my sleeve hem. You see now it just is continuous. Now you see why I waited to do the shoulders, so that the shoulders would, it would be a nice smooth transition here. I waited to do the hem until after the shoulders were done is what I meant to say. Because if I didn't, it would be a hemmed edge to a hemmed edge, and then it might not line up, kind of like what you saw on that one side of the neck, you know? We don't want that. All right, let's do the other armhole. I'll do it from the inside again. I'll start on this side this time. The side we fixed is actually going to end up being probably the nicer looking one, because now we're going to have these back stitches right there at the underarm. I doubt it'll add more stability. It's probably contrary to what we think. A little bit tight there. Oh, hi, Sharon. Did I change the contrast in the camera? I didn't. Does it feel not as good? He's chatting with me on Twitch, so you guys know. This dress fabric, I mean, you know, the thing is, I monkey around with those settings, Sharon, a lot. What I always marvel at is why I always have to monkey around with where the camera position is. You know, like I'll get it just right, and then I'll go to stream next time and I'm like, this is all wrong, you know. I'm making on the Eliza, do you mean the Cali shirt dress? I'm making the longest length, but I'm gonna do a little bit short. It looked brighter and crisper in the last video. Maybe I'm having a little not as good of quality right now. Could be. I feel like I did up the contrast recently, but I thought that was on doing the pattern. Oh, maybe when I was cutting it out. See, look at that's a little far away. Hey, I want to blend that in. I want to blend it in. Let's see. Am I going to let that go? It is in my armpit. Oh, yeah, I got to take that out. See right there. Right there. I can up it, though. You know what, also? The time of day. Hi, Julia. How's it going? Oh, is Brooke on her way to you? You know, I was asking her 20 questions about this trip she was doing. I was like, wait, where are you going? And why are you going? And when are you going? And who's going to be there? And how can I, you know, I wasn't saying can I come, but I was kind of working my way up to that. And then she sent me her flight info, but she never answered all the other information. Like I didn't know where she was staying or if she was staying with someone and how that would work. So I just let it go. It's my birthday weekend, so I was thinking, oh, that'd be kind of fun to go to like gather here and stuff. Just kind of blending in. So this was where I stopped stitching my underarm, and then I went and hung my dress up for a couple days, and then I was like, all right, now it's time to come back to it. I'm just blending in these where I stitched it from before. Yeah, I probably did, Sharon. I probably did change stuff. You ask these guys, I'm always monkeying around. I would like to, Julia. I feel a lot more flexible now that Chicken Boots is closed, you know. I mean, the stream makes me feel a little more rigid because it's like, you know, I got to be here on the days I stream. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't have to. You guys aren't going to, like, hold my feet over the fire or anything. Are you? All right, let's see how it's looking here. So we got our front, we got our tan invisible zipper. Good thing it's invisible. Let's see how I feel about my facings now because I stitched them down that way. Yeah, I kind of like it. I don't like that they're uneven in length. And that totally is my bad because remember I had sewn that one facing to one side and I forgot that I had done that. And for me to adjust this, I'm just not sure I want to go through that right now. If this really bugs me, I'll take it out, but right now it's not bugging me. You know what bugs me about this dress is that I almost need help to get into it because my arms aren't long enough for the zipping. Oh, you made the plan last October. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome, Eliza. Oh, the Cambridge Guild invited her to a program. That's cool. Sorry, I just thought my phone was going crazy, and I just want to make sure my daughter doesn't need something, but she's fine. My husband's responding. It's great. P-Town is magical. Let's talk food. What's good to eat there? Not that I'm hungry. All right, I just need a hem. All right, so I kind of want to break my rule and put a binding hem on it. I like the added weight of a hem on a dress because then it holds it down a little better, you know? Not that my dress is going to fly up. I don't mean that. I just like the dress kind of hanging a little bit better when it's like that. They better have fabric shopping planned, Eliza. Yay! You guys need to FaceTime me when you're fabric shopping. I want to see. I've been together here. I met, oh my gosh, Lizzie House there. Clams. Clams. I had is it a lobster roll that's really popular there? I had one of those. That was pretty good. I brought my mom, Julia, to Maine, and we went to Amy Herzog's retreat that, like, oh, was it the first year she had it or the second time? Maybe the second time she had it there. I brought my mom, who's not a knitter, by the way. But I had knit her a bunch of sweaters. She sadly lost them all in the fire. And by like the second day, you guys, my mom was like, she was like a pro. So we'd like walk down to breakfast, and right before we'd walk out the door, she'd be like, okay, tell me, like, who's the designer who made my sweater and what's the yarn? And so then people would be like, oh, I love your sweater. And she'd be like, oh, yeah, this is Isolde Teague Chickadee sweater. And it's in Sincere Sheep, which is all naturally dyed. And so she sounded like she knit it. Like she sounded like she knew all the stuff, you know. And then they'd start asking questions. She'd be like, oh, no, I don't know anything. You know, and on top of that, everyone was so ageist because they thought she was the knitter and I was tagging along because I was the daughter, which is hilarious, right? Because I did all the knitting. So it was pretty fun. And it was really fun because neither one of us have ever been to Maine. Sorry, I'm like lost in my dress. I don't know where the back is. Okay, here we go. Oh, and I unthreaded my needle and all that. Stop smacking. Smack. The food was good, Liza. Lizzie House, yeah, she was really sweet. You know, and it's funny because I'm not one of those starstruck people. I had seen that she had done a project with Heather Ross, who I used to be friends with. I did all of her patterns for Monkey Monkey. And so we could chat about that or whatever. But I just saw that on her Instagram that she was there, and I commented, I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm in town. I'd love to see you. And she's like, you can if you want, and just knock on the door. And so I knocked on the door, and they let me in. And my mom and I went shopping there. And I bought this fabric. Yeah, so. Yes, she needs them now. She lost all of her sweaters, you know? So sad. It didn't make me as sad like other people got more sad that she lost all the things I'd made her. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, you know, I don't know why. I should be more sentimental, you know, but at the same time, it's funny on a handmade thing like that, because I did it, I feel like, I could do it again if we want. Right, Sharon? Yeah, people can be sexist. They assume your wife knits everything, and you're like, wait a minute, that's me. She could really be mean and be like, yeah, and I made what he's wearing too. I can't imagine you would be married to someone that would be mean, but I can imagine you'd be married to someone who's a jokester. Does she tease? Yeah, Julia, totally. She's a tiny little thing. It wouldn't take you long to knit her a sweater. Not that we're going to many events, though. Okay. I had her try on the shirt I'm wearing right now, because she was like, she's the one who always comments like, if you ever need someone to, I need she needs clothes, basically. I mean, she doesn't have many clothes, and, now that they bought a house, she'll be able to, like, accrue some more things. But she hasn't been accruing things because they're just living basically in a suitcase. And so I had her try on the bow top. And then also, I think I'm going to make her actually the Thea Rochelle Raglan, because she likes long sleeves, So that'll be fun. She tells them that you're the crazy one, Sharon, and you can only have one in the family. My experience is the person who calls someone else crazy might be the crazy one, because they'd never know that they were the crazy one. But now I feel like I'm calling your wife crazy, and I've like met her one time, so. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be knitting my mom's sweaters, sadly, anytime soon. I'm just kind of not in that, not in that mode. I have a fair bit of yarn left, though. It's a little bit of a curve right here. I don't want to get any torque. I don't know why I decided on to roll hem. Why is that so difficult right there? It's going to be a little wider right there, but at least it lays flat. Yeah, weirdly, Gather Here was like 2 blocks from my hotel, so it all worked out really well. They were closed on Mondays, but then, they were sweet enough to open and let us in. And then my mom, she saw how much I really liked that print. I love that catnap print, everybody knows. And she, my mom bought it in a different color. And I remember thinking later, oh, I should have done that. I bought it in the purple and more in the color that I just showed you. She bought it, I think, in the white. Pretty sure that's how it was. And then one day out of the blue, like, I don't know, a couple of years later, she said, I'm never going to use this. And you love this print. And so she gave it all to me. All right, this dress is done. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Very cute. Let's see, how many girls do we have on here? 1. I don't know if I would see them all. There's 1 on the bodice. Oh yeah, 2. Here's 1, 3, 4, 5. 5. Only 5. Yeah, right, Julia? Okay, cool, Julia. You guys need to text me and let me know, because I don't have any notifications on my phone. I'm a Luddite that way. I don't even check Facebook. I looked at it last night and I was like, oh, hey, I think I'm caught up. I don't know. But I'd miss a really, Eliza, you wrote a really nice Thank you if you're the same Eliza, I'm pretty sure. If you're still here, you wrote a really nice thank you on Facebook, and I really appreciate that. I'm so excited about your jeans. It's very cool. That's what I'm here for. I really want people to feel more confident. So yeah, we all want to watch the fabric shopping. Okay, cool, Julia, thanks. She'll have to, so yeah, so Julia is on Instagram for her sewing account, because she has a knitting account and a sewing account, and her sewing account is the Seam Ripper Project, right? Sorry, I haven't talked all day. I talked to Sharon for like an hour, but it was all by text, and he got to do the talking. The Seam Ripper Project, yeah, exactly. And she's like refashioning some of her things and showing her makes, which is fun. But her knitting designs, by the way, you guys, are top notch. Yeah. Okay, so what was I going to show you? So let me show you again. This is my Cali shirt dress fabric. Whoops, that was almost a catastrophe. My studio is a little bit of a mess. Sorry, I never clean out my background. What does it even look like? So I'll be making this one. There's 3 lengths. I don't know why they don't write, you know, I know that's the crop shirt, but which one is that? Is that this one or this one? B or C? So I'm cutting out C, as long as my fabric works for that, because I have to cut it on the cross grain. And then, so I'm gonna cut that out tomorrow, you guys, live. And then start sewing it. Maybe I should read the instructions. Oh, I need to cut out interfacing too. I might do self fabric on this one so it's very drapey. Oh yeah, Julia. Yeah, no. I love your designs. And I love that you design a lot of sweaters, because I like sweater knitting. You know? I sometimes forget and think that I lost all my sweaters in the fire. Isn't that weird? And I think, oh, I really love that hero, the hero sweater. And and I'm like, wait, I still have that. So weird. Yeah, right? Don't you think this fabric's great? So this is the selvage. So what do you guys think? This way or this way? Or do you think just like, so it's mirrored? It's mirrored. This is going to be crazy on me. Oh, look at one of my little automatic things just came up. You guys can try and type commands. So try, oh, you're on Twitch now. I love it. Oh, really? That's awesome, Julia. Or awful, Julia. Not awesome at all. You guys can try and type !commands in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. If you guys want to be trying that and seeing what comes up. I think I got it fixed. Someone helped me. Miriam Felton's husband helped me. What a gem. He helped me with a couple things. Oh, maybe do I have it? I have it on, right? Yay, Nancy, surprise stream. Let's see. I'm going to go look at this and see if this is on. Oh, yeah, that's on. Okay. No, I don't have smile. Just write commands. ! Commands. And that'll show you all the commands for you guys. Smile is cute, though. Did anything come up? Nothing came up in YouTube. Okay, I think Twitch is going to work and YouTube's not going to work. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's coming up. Which is it coming up on both? Oh, yeah, so the YouTube one came up. So those are all the commands. So this is how it works, you guys. I think it's coming up. Yeah. Yeah, see, Shadam did it. He put in noise. So this is the noise. Because sometimes people will ask me, what's that noise? And so someone in chat can just put an ! noise, and then it'll show them and it'll tell them the answer. So you look at all that list. It says machine, noise, Phoenix, schedule, backtack, lint lava, all, drink, socials, and website. You're stressing out my helper robot. It's like trying to type them all really quick. Yeah, so that's how, and I can add more. See, look at that, isn't that cool? I feel so techie, even though I did not do it. I had to have help. Ended up being something really easy, of course. You guys are putting them all on. Oh, that one like put it in two, didn't it? You guys will have fun with this. I made lint lava for Nancy and drink for Nancy. I love how you guys are just trying them all. Yeah, you just have to remember that they're there. You don't get it, Julia? Okay, so Julia, you wrote noise, and so Streamlabs responded to you. Sometimes the ceremony leaves the presser foot up too long. Oh, I spelled too long wrong. Between sewing, the foot comes crashing down. That's what this is, this noise here. So basically, when you type in a command, the bot that is moderating my channel, which is Streamlabs, is going to respond to you. So like lint lava is the okay. Oh no, so drink is okay, so I had to use my seam ripper. Happens to the best of us. No need to party over it or I'll be using it more often. And then lint lava, the response is, oh no, why'd you drop it on the floor? It'll never be the same again. Yeah. So they're just fun. They're just fun things we can add more. And it's just like a fun way to do that, or, you know. And like moderators like Brooke and Maria, they can create them. Kirby, they can create them, I think. I don't know how they do that though, but yeah, so anytime you see me use my seam ripper, you can write exclamation point drink. Yeah, it's just a fun thing. You see big gamers use it. All right, let me show you my project bags again that I made. 'Cause I'm making my patterns. Here's this one. I put the girl on this side. This will be the one that's in the sewing instructions. I'll backtack when I want to. And then this one I sewed on my home sewing machine, and this was the only tricky part, was these little corners here. But doable. Yeah. So coming along. Let's look at the sizing for the Cali shirt dress. Yeah, you'd be looking for Easter eggs, exactly. Oh, you have the sloth fabric, Julia? I have that one too. That one was the one I definitely wanted. I loved that fabric. I have an Amelia dress, this dress that I just sewed, in the binding for the sloth bag, and I wore it on last Thursday. That's what that fabric's from. So I'm gonna sew the size. Can you guys see these measurements? Did I talk about what? Oh, the bags. So I'm working on, I don't know if you know me, Carol, from Just This, or did you know me from Chicken Boots? Because I'm turning on all my designs from Chicken Boots into home sewing patterns. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And so I'm starting with like 3 or 4 right now. And then those, I'm just making samples right now. So the floral is going to be the sample in the photographs of the pattern instructions. And then the cat one was just a trial to do it on a home sewing machine. And then tomorrow I'm sewing one for the video. So it'll come with like pattern instructions that are written out, but also a video. So I'm just like chipping away at it, and it's going really good. And like, I really like Brooke said, like InDesign, like once I got the hang of it, it would start coming. And I got over a hump with it, and I've got like a pretty good format going. So I feel a lot better, you know. The Q dress, one view has straps, the other has sleeves. Oh yeah, that's the one with the cold shoulders, right? Yeah. Can the sleeve view be made sleeveless? I don't know, Nancy. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. I have to reach across to type. I don't have my keyboard over here. Oh, here, I'm gonna try and pull up my computer screen. This one here, right? What am I wearing? I'm wearing the Seamwork bow top, and I can't remember the fabric, but I saw it on, I'm pretty sure I saw it at like Stone Mountain and Daughter, Hearts Fabric, and Blackbird Fabric. So you might see it at Gather Here. There's like a white with the blue stripe and then the blue with the white stripe. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, this one has the, so wait, you want to do, you have a question about anyone? Can the sleeved view be made sleeveless? So you would like a sleeveless dress. So that basically it's like a tank view. Oh, I don't like these like instant zoom things. Why not do, you don't want straps then is what you're probably telling me. I have to look around the camera. I'm looking for one that shows me a good view here. Oi. What is that, skirt? Okay. Oh boy, okay. Oh, that fabric's really cute. Okay, let's look at this. Okay. What's happening right there at the shoulder? Is that a yoke? Is there a set-in sleeve? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, so if you want to make this sleeveless, Nancy, what you're most likely going to need to do is raise up the armhole at the underarm and take it in. So let me draw you a picture for that. You know what I mean? Let me find a piece of paper. You'd think I'd have a lot of paper around here. So, okay. Yeah, it looks set in. So, let me just minimize that. Okay, so this is just scratch paper. So the armhole, now remember there's like a yoke. So there was something, I think there were gathers here, right? Or something like that. So right here, you're going to need to go like this. Go up and in. This is the new line. So the reason you need to do this is you need to cover the bra strap. Otherwise your armhole is going to be too big. So what you need to do is bring in, you need to go in and up this point here. Like that. It's confusing when I draw it on there, I know. So what you could do though is what you could do is take the sleeveless version and then lay it on your sleeved one and find some similarities. Hopefully there's something similar about the bodices that you can go, oh, look at these centers are just the same, and then line them up. And then if you see something like this going on with the sleeveless version, copy that and you should be pretty good. Or what you do, because the thing is you can't just cut out the sleeved version and be like, oh, I'll just bring it in. You might be able to do that depending on how good the armhole is drafted. If it's drafted really good, you probably can't, because what'll happen is it'll be too low and it'll show your strap. You know what I mean? So usually it's, there used to be like a number, you know, like in and up. I think it's like, you know, in a half, maybe up a half, or maybe up one. I don't know. So that's how you make a sleeved armhole sleeveless, is you have to go in and up. Oh yeah, Liza, I finally finished my Audrey. So I tried setting the tack button right here 3 times and I just kept ruining them, and I was like, okay, setting this aside. Finally got a buttonhole cutter. I'm gonna have to hand stitch around my buttons and then buttonholes, and then the other day I was like, doing this, I'm the boss of this button, and it just went in the first time, no problem. So yeah, you could do a facing, but you're not gonna want a really big baggy armhole. And if you just take in the side seam, it'll just be a little too low for the bra. If your daughter's really young, it might not bug her. Bye, Julia. Yay, give Brooke a big squeeze for me. We are all waiting to see your fabric shopping trip. Bring us all a goodie, and it better not be clams or any fish. Yeah, so hopefully that works, Nancy. Is your daughter petite like you? Because I would definitely do like a muslin or something, you know? That would help. Just make sure, you know. I'm gonna look at the sizing for the Cali shirt dress. All right, so I just did my measurements the other day. I wrote them down somewhere. What did I write? She's 40, okay. But she could still be as petite as you. That's what I was just wondering. I would test it. Nancy. You know what you could do, Nancy, is go up an inch and in a half inch. You can always go in more, and you can always trim down the armhole if 1 inch is too big. You know what I mean? So she'll definitely want the bra coverage if she's a church lady. I would assume that she might want that modesty, you know? So she could always wear like a camisole underneath, maybe. That'll be cute. That dress is cute. Yeah, okay. All right, my size. So I'm pretty sure my bust is like a 38. I'm gonna cut the 12. Because you look at that, there's 9 inches of positive ease in the bust and 7.5 positive ease in the hip. So I feel like bigger is not always better, right? Yeah, right, Nancy? Yeah, try that. Compare it to the other bodice views too. That might help, you know? Right. Yeah. I know the cold shoulder thing is cute. I don't really like the way they did that shape, but it's probably really cute once it's sewn, you know? Just how it is. Is anyone, I know someone else is making the Cali shirt dress. I'm looking forward to having this because it looks so comfortable. Eliza's trying the commands. It'll pop up in a second. Streamlabs is going type, 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 type. There you go. Yay! I can't wait to tell him they worked. He's going to be pretty into that. He told me how to raid people too on Twitch, but I don't think I have any viewers right now. So Live is rating you with 0 viewers. On Twitch, at least. It's different on YouTube, I know. I really need to advertise, though. I'm kind of taking guys by surprise. Yeah, I know, Nancy. I think it's going to be cute. Well, let's look at the directions a little bit. So it's got the Johnny collar. That's the style I'm doing. I find that one to be a little bit harder, and I really like that style. So I felt like that would be a good choice so that people have the option on how to sew that just in case. So, oh, you're stuffing your dress form tonight? Very cool. I repaired a dress form once, like a nice dress form, like a woof, and it was a really interesting process. I totally agree. Yeah, Sharon. Ease in sewn garments is quite a bit different than in knitted clothes because, but knitted clothes are similar in ease to knitted garments. Like garments made from knit fabric that's stretchy is similar to knitted garments because it's more negative or zero ease with knits, you know. Yeah, Carol, it's going to be cool to see her homemade dress form. The boobs are hard. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of pieces, I bet. It looked good, though, laying on the floor there. You know? Even if it's not exactly you, it's going to help a lot. Because I have a dress form here, and I've thought about buying one. I go back and forth on it because I feel like... for someone like me, it's kind of cheating to have one that I need to suck it up, buttercup, and show it on a real person because of what I'm doing. Because my dress form is junior sized, you guys. Someone gave it to me. It was a very generous gift. It's probably closer to your size, Nancy. It's a size 3. You're molesting the thing? Exactly. She's like, buy me a drink first. Your dress form's like, dude. Yeah, Carol, right? I know. I've had one of those ones where you can change the size, but it was such a pain. Yeah, it'll be close to yeah, and even though that dress form over there is size 3, it's like as small as my daughter, who is taller than me, but like 105 pounds. You know, she's very slender. She has a lot of trouble finding things to wear. And I think she might even be smaller than that dress form. But she can wear my clothes, and they look amazing on her, and then I never wear them again. And it's the same with the dress form. It doesn't have broad enough shoulders, but I can still put my things on it. But I wouldn't do that. I just feel like it's false advertising. You know, like I wouldn't photograph it that way and put it on Instagram. I just wouldn't, you know. I feel like there was something new in the sewing world I was going to talk to you guys about, and I can't think of what it was. I probably should look at a calendar and see. It would be good to own a calendar. I still didn't buy one for 2019. Like, what the heck, you know? All right, let's see. I've got someone else's flights on my phone, which is interesting. I asked my husband, I'm all, are you flying today? He said, no. He's like, who's that? And I'm like, I don't know who that is. All right, so May 14th is today. Our first day of the sew-along is Thursday. We're gonna do Cali. So we're gonna leak over into June for sure. That's okay. We might add some extra streams, right? We're okay with that. You know? But I'm gonna do the tea house last, you guys, because I think my fabric's gonna get here in the nick of time. I was having trouble finding something, and then I really fell in love with this fabric on Blackbird, and then I was going to buy it, and I was like, you do not have something to buy for that. And I was like, oh, the tea house, it'll be perfect. So I was pretty excited that I was like, I do have a reason, but I have to wait for it to get here. It'll be like 2 weeks. So, you know. So what time should we cut this Cali out tomorrow? What time's good for you guys? I don't have to go this late. It's already 5:30. My family's like, where the heck is she? You know? Maybe 11 a.m.-ish. Could do that. 11 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific, in California. I'll start cutting this Cali shirt dress, and then Thursday we'll sew it up. Any excuse to buy fabric, right? Yeah, but I just, you know, I still have a few things I really want to sew back there that I haven't. And the only reason I haven't is because I feel like cutting them all up into things that I've already made, you know? I really want a tank top or 2 or 3. And the one I made the other day is actually really comfortable. I wore it all day on Sunday, but I don't like the gathers in it. They make me look busty. That works for you tomorrow, 11 a.m.? Cool. I'll post something too. I won't do the sneak attack. Yeah, for anyone who came for the Amelia finishing, you can fast forward now. We're just chatting. Should have said that a long time ago. You know, like, hello, we're just chatting. So, yeah, I think that's it. Now, you're a little worried about making the Cali because you have some hips. Carol, have you looked at the hashtag for the Cali shirt dress? Are you on Instagram? Because that's what I would do. I think what I would do is look, we can try and look together. Should we look together? Let's see if I can put that in. I need to get my keyboard over here though. Oh, I've never logged in on this computer. Womp womp. Can I log in? Log in? Are you gonna see my password? I don't think so. Let's hope that's it. Woo, it is. Okay. Not now. All right, let's look up the... I try and use this like Ravelry, you know, Carol? Oh, cool, Nancy. It's been raining here for a month. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, right, you're in the Northeast. All right, let's look. Yeah, these are all some skinny minis. Because what I would like to see, let's see, I really like it when people say what size that they made, you know? Like this gal, you might ask her, would you mind, you know, or looking at her comments, do you mind saying, do you mind saying what size that you made or what your measurements are? Sometimes people do mind that, but at the same time, they're usually really happy to help. You can even, you know, DM her. I do this. I ask people, hey, what size, especially in knitting, because knitting, you know, sewing, it takes me a couple hours to make something. Knitting, it would take me 40 to make, you know, a sweater. So you're gonna darn well bet I did my research on the sizing. Oh, she made it like a tent version. That's pretty cute. I haven't seen that one. I like the cropped one from the front, but from the side, I don't. It looks like it's going up and you're gonna see skin, you know. Is that on the dress form? Oh, it's on the dress form. I'm wondering if Fat Bobbin Girl has made it. She sews a lot. There's over 4,000. Hi, Christy. Yeah, 7.5 inches of hippies. How's it going, Christy? Yeah, right, Nancy. I do too. I find most people are thrilled to talk about their process. Okay. So sometimes I look through the comments to see if someone asked them, you know, so I don't ask them again. And I think people are really helpful, especially if they're curvy, because they know how hard it is to find people. There's another hashtag floating around right now, and I think it's Me Made May Curvy. Wait, Me Made May Plus? Yeah. Oh, that one's cute. I like the way she did that. Watching me surf the internet. I'm sure this is really boring. Right, Nancy? I actually emailed someone today. I was like, hey, if you ever need samples to send to a fabric store, hit me up. Because I don't need many more clothes. You know? And I could, is that blurry or is it just me? I would love to make things for my mom or something. It's just not as fast or as intuitive because my mom is much different size than me. She's pretty petite. So it's like, it's not as quick. I can't just whip it out. I'd have to have her here and all that stuff. So I'll probably do it off camera. Well, this is what I'm going to say is that this is obviously not as size inclusive as I would like to see it. But maybe that's because it doesn't go past, it's not being sewn by a wide range of sizes. What do you guys think? It goes up to size 20, which is a 46-inch bust and a 48-inch hip. It's really not that much bigger than me. I mean, I know it is, but it isn't, you know? Okay, well, oh yeah, this gal, this Jacqueline, yeah. I wonder if she's sewn it. Do you follow her, this gal, Jacqueline, who I don't know how to say her last name. You definitely pay shape? Okay, Carol. Oh, cool, Christy. It is, it can be a crop top, tunic, or dress, Nancy. Here's a picture. Like, they only show 2 of them on here. I think that's the, I don't know, there's her knees. That looks more like the tunic length. Let's see if I can find a fat bottom girl. But you can't really, search someone's Instagram by what they've sewn, you know? But she sews a lot, you know? She makes a lot of things. So I feel like that's great. So. And her name's adorable. It always gets the song stuck in my head. Fat Bobbin Girl. Okay, well, I don't know how much that helped you, Carol. But, you know, you might try, pinning the paper on you. But, you know, it doesn't come in a full, piece of paper, you know, so it's not like you can pin the whole paper on you. You'd have to like pin it down your front and your back, and that is such a pain in the butt, right? So you need help to do that. But I do find it to be pretty billowy, I guess is what I should say. I do find it to be pretty billowy. And you could very easily grade out on the bottom to the other sizes. So it's because it's long enough to do that. I have the pattern pieces right here. So, you know, if you feel like you would like a little extra ease, you know, taking it from one line to the next isn't too hard. Oh, right. Really, Christina? Welcome, by the way. Oh, okay. I didn't read that. Did you see that, Carol? She said that there's a note in the pattern to go by the bust size, even if your hips are 1 to 2 sizes bigger. Okay. I could see that because in some ways, I don't find bigger better sometimes. Like making your dress much bigger because you're like scared it's going to be too small. Then it just looks like it just is unflattering, you know? So, and if you need more lines here, just mimic these lines. Keep the same grade rule if you're only needing 1 or 2 more. And you should be within the reason of trying to alter the size pretty easily. Yeah, Sharon. This is nothing. You should see they get kind of crazy. You should see a European pattern magazine. The patterns are all printed on top of each other. It's nutso. Yeah, so this is Shadon, you're looking at 3 different lengths for the same outfit. The crop, tunic, and the dress. And then they do a different line style for each size. So you can hopefully follow the line that your size is. But like for some reason, like indie patterns, I kind of actually do know the reasoning. They don't have like, can you see that right there? It's tiny. It says the size per each one. It's not easy to put these on the lines. Not as easy as you'd think. You just think, oh, just put that on there, right? It's not that easy because what they're doing is they're digitizing this into a computer program like CAD, and then they export it into something like Illustrator. Whereas in the garment industry, it would never get exported. It would just get printed. Yeah, right, Nancy? Exactly, like those Japanese books. Yeah, but have you seen some of those European ones? Like literally it looks like this and there's different colors and they're on top of each other. It's nuts. So I saw Brooke got a pattern when we were at Madrona and I was like, I just wanted to throw up. I'm like, when I got one of my patterns printed, the pattern designer does it in color lines. So I actually paid a couple dollars more and had it printed in color. So it's easier. And I just did that because the last time I got one of her patterns printed, it was because she does it in color, the yellow lines were so faint I couldn't see them. They were just pale gray. Yeah, exactly. Right, Nancy? I know. Yeah. Birdie, yeah, exactly. Oh, I know. I just think, don't you want us to make these things? Like, what the heck? Yeah. So, so this right here, Shadon, is a notch like for, it's like a guide. Same with this little black dot right here. And then they have lines to help you lengthen or shorten it. This is the pocket placement. And this is where the placket is. So you can see there's the sleeve. That's the armhole because this doesn't have a set-in sleeve. So that's your extremely basic pattern overview today. We're going to turn them into a sewist yet. Yeah. Let's see, what's this? This is the back view. That's why it has double notches. And then you cut it on the fold. That's why there's an arrow there. You kind of get the hang of it. There's a lot of pattern markings that are very, very consistent over different companies. They know not to mess with us too much. But there's some that aren't there, guys? Yeah, and that one has a yoke in the back, so you won't have to affect that. you're doing the dress, so you don't have to deal with the facing, Carol, which is great, because the facing hem would be kind of a pain to change if you end up changing it or want the facing hem. It's not that hard. You just need to make a parallel line to your hem and cut that out for your facing. So, yeah. Oh, Style Arc doesn't nest their patterns, and people complain about that? Why? Is it just too much to print? Because I thought about that. The notch helps distinguish the different parts. Yeah, no, don't apologize, Sharon. It's like a sewing guide. Like that particular notch was probably denoting this. See how there's a different length hem here? It's probably denoting at the side there where that is. It was probably that, or it was just a guide. If it was, it actually might have just been a guide right there, like on match this notch, because there's a notch on the front and there's a notch on the back, and then you know you're on the right track when you're sewing along and your notches line up. So it's a sewing guide, basically. It's like a stitch marker. Yeah. Oh, because they want to grade between the sizes, Nancy. Oh, you can't please everybody. I've thought if I ever had I'm not considering it, but like if I ever had I won't say I'm not considering it, but I have thought like, what would I do if I had a line of patterns? Because I am a trained pattern drafter. It seems very obvious for me to do this. And, but the home sewing pattern world is really different than what I learned, you know? And there's a lot of things you just don't do in the pattern, in the, you know, the garment industry. So I would have to learn that. But I was thinking, what would I do different? It would probably be I wouldn't nest the patterns so that people could just print their size. Or you know what I would do? I would go back to the old school way. Remember when you only bought 3 sizes? You'd buy 6, 8, 10, and then, you know, 12, 14, 16. And you'd have to buy 2 patterns to get between the 2. I wouldn't do that. I would overlap them. You know, I would be like, okay, you know, 4 through 12 and then 10 through 16. Like I would overlap a couple. All right, Eliza. Yeah, no worries. No worries. You can always watch. If you're cutting this one out, you can just fast forward and get the parts you need, or you might not even need it at all. Because we won't be sewing tomorrow. We'll be sewing Thursday. So, yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for coming for my surprise stream, you guys. Appreciate it. That was lickety split finishing, eh? That dress is done. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow. Maybe I'll wear it on Saturday, actually. The weather got a lot cooler here today. It's supposed to rain. I'm loving it. Sorry, Nancy, but it's been really warm here. I was like full on like ready for strappy dresses, and I was like, gosh, it's going to look kind of like night and day. Yay, awesome shirt on. If you're not streaming, you stream a lot. Yeah, so you guys check him out on Twitch. He's doing his where's my knit my oh, let me show you. You guys know his stuff. Let me show you. Ooh. Yeah. Not beautiful. I watched him make these today. It was really cool. There's a stain in there, drip. Pretty cool. Yeah, so maybe by tomorrow I'll learn how to raid, and I'm gonna try and do an Instagram live at the same time. I'm scared, so that I can tell people, hey, we're live, because Sharon does that, and I was gonna try it out, and then I got scared. Maybe you need to teach me how to do that. All right, guys, have a nice night wherever you are, or day. And I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. and we'll cut the Cali shirt dress out. I will iron all this fabric by tomorrow. And then we'll be on to sewing soon. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.